know who we are. You know who we are. We are QPR.
Queen's Park Rangers, who finished 4th in the Sky Bet Championship table, 7 points better off than Wigan in the final reckoning. But as we saw, absolutely nothing, Andy, between them in the first leg. Do you expect more of the same?
I do. Looking at the managers, the teams they've selected, there's much more attacking intent in both sides. I think playing that first leg, both managers knew it was all about tonight, and they picked sides to go and win this game.
Well, all that we do know about this one is that by the time we finish here tonight, the lineup for the Championship Playoff Final 2014 will be complete.
Well balanced, he's a big man, but he glides over the surface, and as England know, he has the ability to score from distance on greasy surfaces. He's playing in behind Charlie Austin, and for me, that's his very best position. And for Wigan, we have James McLean coming into the side. He brings pace and direct running to their front line. He's really at his best when he's running in the channels in between centre-halves and full-backs, or dropping deep, turning and running at defenders. And if Wigan are to prevail tonight, and they're going to play on the counter-attack, he could be the key man.
There's the Chilean Beausejour. McManaman, no free kick from that challenge by Doyle. Jordi Gomez will take it up. Beausejour, this is McLean. Really good ball in, and the breakthrough comes from James Perch. 9 minutes on the clock, and Wigan hit the front.
Well, James Perch could hardly miss, and it's all down to the movement and the ability of James McLean to drift into wide areas, get away from defenders and centre-halves. Exactly what he does here. He just runs away from Nader Manua. He doesn't stay with him. Once he gets on the turn with that left foot of his, well, it's a beauty of a ball in, but Nader Manua's got to get closer. You can't allow him to whip a ball in from this type of area, and what a start for the away side.
Now we talk about Wigan's love of the big occasion. Their recent history is testament to that. Kiernan played some of his football here in West London last season under Uwe Rosler at Brentford. Hill. Crenshaw. Boyce committed himself. That's left space for the Croatian. Goodness me, Gary Caldwell caught in 2 minds there. Unfortunately for him and for Wigan, he pulled out of taking a touch.
Well, Nico Crenshaw can't do any more. His first touch is magnificent. Quick look, and then he delivers it. No teammates, no hoop shirt player trying to get on the end of this. He knows exactly what he wants to do, Crenshaw, just expecting someone to be in there.
Well, the nervous tension within the ground isn't going to evaporate. It's only going to become more intense as the evening goes on, as long as the scoreline stays like this. O'Neill. Has he got enough on that? McLean steals in, and Green goes to ground. Mark Clattenburg, what's he going to give here? He's going to book McLean.
Yeah, this is a fantastic decision, I feel, from Mark Clattenburg. It's a really poor back pass, and James McLean gets to the ball first. Rob Green actually pulls out. He knows exactly what McLean's looking for. He's looking for the penalty. And it's really poor from Harry O'Neill as he plays this ball back. McLean gets there first. Is there contact? Absolutely not. He throws himself to the ground. Brilliant refereeing.
Barton's corner. Crenshaw. Still plenty of hoops in that box. Superb skill from Crenshaw. A drive, and Carson gets it well wide.
That's a fantastic strike from Nico Crenshaw. That ability just to go past defenders. Wigan players, Jordi Gomez goes to ground. It's a great...
Flynn Hill making inroads up the left. Austin goes infield though. Joey Barton. Simpson wants it. Boylan. Test Espinosa, get it through to Crenshaw. Oh, superb work from Nico Crenshaw, and Caldwell was able to smuggle it behind.
Well, the only thing he got wrong here, Nico Crenshaw, if he gets his head up, he just needs to dink this ball to the far post. His players spared. Brilliant footwork once again from the big man. Just needs to dink it. His men over at the far post.
Barton's corner. Oh, Charlie Austin And a combination of McLean and Carson got it off the line.
This can't have been easy for Scott Carson. It's a powerful header, difficult for Charlie Austin to actually get to the ball. He's really been involved in the game, solid header, but that's good positioning from McLean and from Scott Carson. I actually think James McLean has actually kicked through his goalkeeper here. It's not his fault, he's on the line, he's there to clear the ball away if it comes his way. He didn't expect the keeper to dive across him. And that's what happens here. He just actually kicks his own goalkeeper. As well, Charlie Austin really from a standing start to generate any power and direction on it.
Taken quickly and short to Joey Barton. Charlie Austin couldn't set himself and get it on target.
Well, there might just have been a shout here from Charlie Austin to Clinton Hill, who seemed just to duck out with a header. They're playing at a fast tempo, Rangers. They don't want hard time to come. He just ducks underneath it, Clinton Hill, and just snatches at it. Charlie Austin need to keep it on target, keep your composure. He's been such goal-scoring form all season long. Charlie Austin needs to keep that down.
Carson thought about coming. Junior Hoyland now. They went up to the Premier League under Paul Jewell. They did that as runners-up, of course. Here's Danny Simpson. The rain starting to fall as he seeks Austin.
It's great defensive positioning once again from Emerson Boyce. Knows where Charlie Austin is and wins the header.
Hoyland now. Excellent angle on that. And Carson, under the circumstances, did well.
The rain is really tumbling down here. It's not easy for goalkeepers to make clean catches, and if you're worried at all as a keeper, just get rid of it, push it out of the danger zone. Exactly what Scott Carson does here. It's a really dangerous ball. He doesn't see it so late. He makes the right decision though. Well, you know physically maybe you can't get around the pitch, so you make sure you're in the right position. Don't waste energy, and that's exactly what he's done tonight.
Espinosa. Oh, here's McLean! Big save from Green, back off the outside of the post. You can't help but think that is a huge moment.
Well, what an opportunity. Rob Green is out of contract at Queen's Park Rangers at the end of the season. I'll tell you what, this save could have given him a chance of getting a new contract so quickly off his line, spreads himself, and that's an amazing stop. If this goes underneath his body and goes into the net, Wigan are at Wembley.
He has now, as Andy says, everyone out there. All the jokers, all the trump cards play. Junior Hoyland!
Well, he doesn't actually look at the goal when he makes his turn here, decides to shoot. He just hopes he's got it all right. Never once does he look at the goal.
Barton. Hoyland. Zamora. Hoyland. Now he was caught. Penalty! A wonderful zipping move driven by Junior Hoyland, right into the heart of the Wigan defence. The reward is a penalty.
And for the first time we see a slightly mistimed challenge from Gary Colwell. I tell you what, he's right on the edge of the penalty area, but I think that Mark Clattenburg has this right in a great position once again. There's the touch where it's clearly inside the box, and the referee spot on to give the penalty. A little give and go from Junior Hoyland. They don't stay with him. Gary Colwell steps out, and it's all about the timing of his challenge. Gets it ever so slightly wrong. And what an opportunity for Rangers to get an equaliser here.
Well, a lot of talk in the build-up to this match as to whether the sides have been practising penalties. You would think that's something that Charlie Austin does on a weekly basis. He's scored 4 already for Queen's Park Rangers from the spot this season.
He scored 18 this season, make it a very important number 19.
Charlie Austin keeps Queen's Park Rangers season alive. Probably the biggest pressure penalty he's faced in his career, and he coolly slots it home.
Well, he never really looked like missing, did he? Junior Hoyland provides the spark, and Charlie Austin provides the composure just to stroll that into the corner, allow Scott Carson to make his move, and then just tuck the ball in the other corner. Brilliant penalty.
Scott Carson went to boot that one away in frustration and got a whole load of Bobby Zamora there.
There's no intention there for me from Scott Carson, just of course frustrated. He's just conceded a penalty, just wants to smash this ball out of the ground, and Bobby Zamora wants to get the ball back and get the game going again. He certainly doesn't mean to kick him. He's going for the ball, Scott Carson, but Bobby Zamora's just too quick for him.
Oh, it's into the roof of the net. Goodness gracious me. Bobby Zamora had 3 around him.
Yeah, Bobby Zamora getting on in years. He shouldn't really be able to get in behind 3 defenders like that. Just no communication between the 3 centre-halves and Scott Carson. And credit Bobby Zamora, he just keeps on going. Just uses his strength and then tries to have a bit of finesse just to ding that over the keeper. He is very unlucky not to knock this home.
And he played a big part in the build-up. Barton, lovely ball to Young. Hoyland. Junior Hoyland. Joey Barton! What a save by Carson. And Zamora will carve out the corner.
No, Wigan are on the ropes here. Joey Barton does absolutely the right thing. Plays this with his instep, doesn't go for power, doesn't go for his laces, tries to guide this in the bottom corner. Really whips it, Scott Carson again. Brilliant positioning, great reaction. And Junior Hoyland under no real pressure can roll this back. It's a good strike from Joey Barton. A good first save, a good reactions to get up and block the cross from Zamora too from Scott Carson.
Stewart's there, didn't he? What a fascinating, tense contest we have here, and this one will go all the way. Extra time required to separate Uwe Rosler's Wigan and Harry Redknapp's Queen's Park. As the rain continues to fall, I think whatever happens here, it'll be new suits for the managers for Wembley. Kiernan's header. Zamora helps it off, and Charlie Austin! All season, Charlie Austin has been the main man, and he might just have bought Queen's Park Rangers a ticket to the biggest game in Championship football.
And out of pretty much nothing, well, you can't be surprised that it's Charlie Austin that's grabbed this, what could be killer 3rd goal in the game. He's just really helped on by Bobby Zamora, but Leon Barnett gets caught on his heels. Charlie Austin gets ahead of him. You cannot afford as a defender to let a goal scorer and Charlie Austin's calibre to get ahead of you. He's on the move, Charlie Austin, great instincts. He doesn't have to power this home, just has to get an all-important first touch on it, guides it home, and it's a quite brilliant finish.
At times they looked lost without him when he was out with that shoulder injury.
QPR players remain in the huddle. It's all about holding your nerve now, isn't it, Steve?
Well, that's it. That's a perfect picture, isn't it? That's togetherness, and that's seen 15 minutes. Your season hinges on this. You know, you've got to die out there. You've got to run and run and run. And it means so much that don't leave anything on the field. Leave it all out there. Get the result.
You've got to run and run and run, and do not slip in crucial areas when there is so much at stake. A place at Wembley in 12 days' time. QPR in pole position. Can Wigan turn it round? Well, if they are to, they've got 15 minutes remaining. That's
out of your hands. Hoyland. Austin. Slicing it forwards, and Carson backpedaling was able to tip it over.
Well, there's no way Scott Carson's going to collect this. He can't take a risk with the rain tumbling down. Just slices across this ball, Charlie Austin. It's going to drop underneath the crossbar. It's a good decision from Carson just to help it on its way.
Well, the interesting thing is the supporters here in the ground haven't seen a board. It hasn't been put up for reasons of crowd safety. They don't know how much added time is to be played. Kiernan deflected, oh, wide.
Oh, goodness me, by the reaction of Rob Kiernan, this must have been mighty close. He takes an almighty swipe at it. Huge deflection. How close was it? Oh, I tell you what, it's a whisker wide, and Wigan so unlucky not to equalise.
Here's the resulting corner. Near post header, Boyce. But Anua can sweep it away. Under 60 seconds left. Scott Costner's coming to the box. Dunn digs it away. In by Jordi Gomez. Rob Green punches clear. Corner. Desperate times these. As Wigan throw everything at Queen's Park Rangers. Barnett's header took a touch off a Queen's Park Rangers player. According to Mark Clattenburg, it'll be another corner.
Everybody's going through the severest of emotions here.
Back into the mix. Ravel Morrison was on the line. Richard Dunn hurling himself at it. And there's the full-time whistle. There's the Wembley elation for Tony Fernandes and Queen's Park Rangers. A season where promotion was almost demanded given the resources here. And it is still on track. A show of strength and togetherness from Queen's Park Rangers when it was really required to come from behind against a really well-organised Wigan side and book a date with Derby on May the 24th. It all looked like it was unravelling when in the first 10 minutes James Perch gave Wigan the lead, but Charlie Austin, the biggest games of Queen's Park Rangers season, has meant that they will compete against Derby for a chance to get back to the Premier League at the first time of asking. What a night.
That was a very, very tight tie. It's cruel look on Wigan. But in tight games like this, tight ties like this, you're looking for a hero. And Queen's Park Rangers had one in Charlie Austin.
The rain still teeming down over West London. But the Queen's Park Rangers outpouring of emotion from the stands onto the turf, and just as at the iPro Stadium yesterday, they know that their date with destiny is booked. Derby against Queen's Park Rangers at Wembley for a place in the Barclays Premier League on May the 24th.